You probably think cheap rent in America is a myth, a fairy tale from 2009 that died along with $2 gas and affordable groceries. But what if I told you, right now, in 2026, there are cities in the United States where rent has collapsed so hard that landlords are panicking, apartments are sitting empty, and property owners are quietly slashing prices just to survive. No gimmicks, no fake listings, no shared bathroom with 6 roommates nonsense. We're talking real cities, real apartments, and real rent prices that sound illegal in 2026. And the craziest part? Most Americans have no idea these places exist. This isn't about luxury. This isn't about beachfront condos. This is about what happens when people leave, when jobs vanish, when population drops faster than rent prices, and the housing market completely breaks. Welcome to the hidden side of America's housing crisis, where tenants suddenly have the power and landlords are absolutely freaking out. Let's start with a hard truth nobody wants to say out loud. America doesn't have one housing market. It has 2 different Americas, one where rent is exploding and one where rent is collapsing. You already know the first one: New York, Miami, Los Angeles, Austin, Seattle. But the second America? That's where the real story is. City number 10, Topeka, Kansas. Topeka doesn't look poor, it doesn't look abandoned, it doesn't look dangerous. And yet, rent here has quietly dropped to levels that make landlords uncomfortable. You can still find 1-bedroom apartments for $550 to $700. 2 bedrooms under $850, and entire small houses renting for less than a studio in most major cities. So what happened? Topeka is a government town, state jobs, administrative work, stable but stagnant. Young people leave, high-paying tech never arrived, remote workers skipped over it, and landlords built too much. New apartments went up expecting growth that never came. Now supply outweighs demand. Badly. Property owners are offering free months, no deposits, gift cards, anything to fill units. It's not a ghost town. It's worse. It's a city that works but doesn't grow. City number 9, Shreveport, Louisiana. Shreveport used to be a boom town. Oil money, casinos, industry. Now, it's one of the cheapest rental markets in the southern U.S. You can still rent a 1-bedroom for $500 to $650. Entire houses under $1,000 are common. Landlords aren't just lowering rent, they're competing with desperation. Why? Crime scares people away, jobs left, and newer generations refuse to move in. Even locals are downsizing or leaving entirely. That leaves landlords trapped. Property taxes still due, maintenance still required. Tenants harder to find every year. Shreveport isn't collapsing, it's slowly leaking people, and rent leaks with it. City number 8, Peoria, Illinois. Peoria is one of the most misunderstood cities in America. It's clean, it's livable, it's surprisingly affordable. You can rent a 1-bedroom apartment for $600 to $750, 2 bedrooms often under $900. So why is it so cheap? Caterpillar left, manufacturing declined, white-collar growth never replaced it. Population has been shrinking for decades. Landlords built for a city that no longer exists. Now they're stuck lowering prices just to keep lights on. And yet Peoria still has hospitals, universities, infrastructure. This isn't decay, it's oversupply. City number 7, Youngstown, Ohio. Youngstown doesn't even pretend anymore. This city lost over half its population. Entire neighborhoods disappeared, houses demolished, land turned back into grass, and rent almost laughably cheap. You can find 1-bedroom apartments for $450 to $600, houses renting for less than $800. Landlords here aren't investors, they're survivors. Many inherited properties. Many can't sell even at rock-bottom prices, so they rent cheaply or not at all. Youngstown is the extreme example of what happens when industry leaves and never comes back. City number 6, Rockford, Illinois. Rockford used to be an industry powerhouse. Now it's one of the cheapest mid-sized cities in America. Rent averages $550 to $750. Three-bedroom homes under $1,100 still exist. Landlords are nervous here. Why? Crime reputation, population decline, remote workers skipping over it. But the infrastructure is still there. Highways, hospitals, schools. The city didn't collapse, demand did. City number 5, Wichita Falls, Texas. This one shocks people because it's Texas. But Wichita Falls isn't Austin, it isn't Dallas, it isn't Houston. It's isolated, and rent reflects that. One-bedroom apartments for $600 to $700. Houses under $1,200. Military base helps, but doesn't grow the city. Landlords overbuilt expecting expansion. Expansion never came. Now vacancies are high and prices are soft. City number 4, Macon, Georgia. Macon has history, culture, music, but also cheap rent. You can still find one-bedroom apartments for $550 to $700. Entire homes under $1,100 still exist. Atlanta sucked the oxygen out of the room. Everyone moved north. Macon stayed behind. Landlords didn't. They built. Now they're discounting. City number 3, Flint, Michigan. You knew this was coming. Flint is the symbol of America's collapse. But here's the part nobody tell you. Rent is insanely cheap. $400 to $600 apartments. Houses renting for under $900. Landlords here are trapped. Selling means massive loss. Holding means constant repairs. So they rent cheaply, hoping someone stays. City number 2, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. This city barely registers nationally, but rent here is among the lowest in America. $450 apartments, $700 houses. Population decline is brutal. Landlords aren't lowering rent for profit, they're lowering it to survive. City number 1, Gary, Indiana. This is where rent officially breaks reality. You can find entire houses renting for under $800. Apartments under $500 still exist. Why? Mass exodus, industry collapse, reputation damage beyond repair. Landlords here aren't freaking out. They already lost. The real truth. Cheap rent isn't a blessing. It's a warning sign. It means people are leaving faster than housing can disappear. For renters, it's opportunity. For landlords, it's panic. And for America, it's proof that the housing crisis isn't about lack of homes. It's about where people actually want to live.